We seem to have gotten hold of our correspondent in Uganda regarding this decision at the Supreme Court in Uganda to remove presidential age limits. So joining us to talk about this important decision is Victoria Namutebi, and she is Africanews correspondent in Uganda. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you, and I hope you're also having a very beautiful morning over there in Kampala.
Yes, I am. It's been Good Friday. I mean, we are going for the Easter holidays. It's a long holiday, so it's really a beautiful morning.
Beautiful morning indeed, and a happy Easter to you, all of you. But I'm sure that this Supreme Court ruling has sparked mixed reactions from Ugandans. But there seemed to be excitement ahead of the ruling, yet the verdict didn't please many, or did it excite many?
Well, I wouldn't call it excitement per se, because most people were just waiting to see if the Supreme Court would actually overturn the Constitutional Court's ruling, because most of the people expected the ruling to happen the way it happened. Because the Constitutional Court earlier ruled allowing the removal of the presidential age limit last year, and a section of Ugandans were not satisfied with the ruling. So the city lawyer, Malema Bidizi, together with another city lawyer, who is also the Kampala Lord Mayor Arias Lukwago, filed an appeal before the Supreme Court seeking to challenge the Constitutional Court ruling. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court ruling delivered did not favor them. So Uganda's Supreme Court upheld the ruling which allows the removal of the presidential age limit and unanimously declared the extension of the MP and local government terms unconstitutional. The panel was of 7 justices, 4 ruled in favor of the removal of the presidential age limit, and 3 voted against it. Now, some of the issues that failed the consolidated appeal include the issue of smuggling the Majezi motion, which is a private member's bill, the one that sought to remove the presidential age limit on the order paper. One of the justices, Stella Arach, ruled that the Speaker had all the powers to amend the order paper as provided for the Constitution, so what the Speaker did was within the law. The other issue was of amending the Article 102B to actually remove the age limit. The justices ruled that amending this article does not destroy the basic features of the Constitution, since the people still have the power to choose who they want to rule them. It was also ruled that the Constitution is amendable as long as its laid down procedure is followed. Then the other was of violence in Parliament that went viral. It was ruled that that violence was caused by the members of Parliament themselves as lack of decorum on their part. Then on their suspension, it was also ruled that the rules of procedure clearly show the procedures to challenge a suspension. So the suspended MPs should have followed the procedures to challenge their suspension, because the court cannot intervene in such. So basically, those are some of the points that failed their appeal, those who appealed, and the Supreme Court went on with the ruling that the presidential age limit be removed, and also declared the MP's 7-year term extension unconstitutional.
Victoria, would you say this is yet another test for the credibility of Uganda's judiciary?
Okay, well, the Uganda's highest appellate court has decided. The Attorney General and his deputy were seen jubilating at the court premises, but the opposition was seen cursing. We await to see their next course of action, if there is any anyway, because one of the petitioners, Arias Lukwago, took to social media and said it's a defining moment for constitutionalism and political trajectory of this country. He's very frustrated and disillusioned, but he feels gratified that he stood on the right side of history. The Ugandans, yes, they raised mixed reactions, and I can quote some of the reactions on Facebook. CEO Collins said that before the ruling, nothing much is expected to change today. I believe the Supreme Court will soon agree with the first resolution that was passed. Then Fred Stone said, my expectations are that Museveni is eligible and will appear on the ballot paper. Then there's another one, Chrysostom Tejeleze, who says it's none of my business of today. So there was no excitement as such. Then maybe the analysts one of the city lawyers, Ellison Karuhanga, while appearing on one of the local media platforms after the ruling, said that people only want to agree with judges when judges agree with them. The judgment does not represent a betrayal. The judgment of the Supreme Court represents the continuous development of Uganda. Those are some of the quotes I can take.
And Victoria, what kind of precedent does this ruling set for politics in the country?
Well, it is a landmark ruling in Uganda's politics. Starting today, henceforth, anyone can stand for presidency, no matter their age. This also means that President Yoweri Museveni, the reigning president, is eligible to stand for presidency come the January 2021 elections and even beyond. It should also be noted that the ruling party, his party, National Resistance Movement, had actually already endorsed him as a sole presidential candidate. So the ruling justifies his eligibility to stand for presidency in the 2021 general elections. On the other hand, though, the MPs, they were denied an extension of their term from 5 years to 7 years, so it stays at 5 years. So basically, that's it in Uganda. Anyone can stand for president, no matter their age.
Quite interesting what is going on in the country at the moment, but waiting to see how the president will react to this judgment. Victoria, thank you very much for giving us all these details.